Okay, it's Monday night. Time to start your week right. Favorite clique about to blast the mic. Knowledge is power, it might get you flowers. If you say some stupid ish, you gon' get hit with some powder. And these four be getting wilder. Shooter of the year, my guy Scott T. And we all try and figure out what the Van see. You never know. To rock with Slut Gang CEO, the mass creator, the man with the flow. So if you ain't lame, sit back, relax, and be entertained. It's the grown man clique. Okay, it's Monday night. Time to start your week right. Favorite clique about to blast the mic. Knowledge is power, it might get you flowers. If you say some stupid ish, you gon' get hit with some powder. And these four be getting wilder. Shooter of the year, my guy Scott T. And we all try and figure out what the Van see. You never know. To rock with Slut Gang CEO, the mass creator, the man with the flow. So if you ain't lame, sit back, relax, and be entertained. It's the grown man clique. The grown man clique. Now let's go.
The grown man clique. 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 The grown man clique.
Now let's go. Now let's go. Now let's go.
The grown man clique. 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 The grown man clique.
Now let's go. Now let's go. Now let's go. Now let's go.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy J.I. and welcome to the Grown Man Clique podcast. I'm your boy, the mass creator, and right next to me, my friend called me, we got Mate, and on the screen joining us as he does every week, my boy. You say something wrong, you get in the big paw. The boy,
so don't cookies.
My man, the sophisticated grizzly himself,
Mr. Dearest Teddy. I sold out, bro. I sold all of them.
I know you did.
and also let's welcome to the stage the man who usually someone left of me, and one of the best of me, my boy Scott TT Scott. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
Nothing much, and welcome to the Grown Man Clique podcast. So, as we do at the beginning of every show, we toast to a good show. So, grab the cup of what you drink and love to drink the most, raise it in the sky, and we're going to toast to a good show, as we say, to a good show. Clink, clink, drink, drink. Oh, high quality H2O. Never fails. So, Grizz, what you been up to? I know you weren't able to make it to the last GMC because you was in a busy cooking, but you did watch online and we saw you. So thanks for jumping in the peanut gallery. But what you been up to since the last time you were here?
Man, so I sold out everything at the car show, so that was like, that was pretty cool. And
yeah.
And I'm back in making the Teddy files and revamping the Sophisticated Grizzly. So there's some new stuff coming. Like you saw what happened on last week's Sophisticated Grizzly. We're going to be doing a whole hell of a lot more of that type of stuff. So yeah, get ready because we're going to have a lot more fun on the Grizzly. Like, it's easy to talk about relationship problems and all that type of shit, but it ain't easy when you ain't got those. So I'm a little tired of that shit. So it's time to do something else.
But then we got to go back to one of our topics that we did about 2 years ago when what was it, Love American Style? Remember that one?
Right. Yeah.
You definitely got to revisit that one because that was a good show because, it allowed people to see into our relationships and they ask us how we get along and how we make our relationships work. So it was a good show. We got real good feedback off of that.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me take you back down. I'm getting used to this new format. I keep going to look for open screen, get full screen, and it's not there. Right. But, mate, what you been up to, man?
Same thing, man. Daddy Uber.
You've been in the studio too. I've seen you a few days this
Yeah,
week.
you know, I work a little bit besides taking kids to school and picking them up. So, you know, I do some other stuff too sometimes.
Yeah. So, where'd Scott go? That was the quickest intro outro.
Scott, like, what's up? Bye.
There he is.
Go ahead, go.
What's up? We would just get ready to go to you and ask you what you've been up to, man.
Man. Working, dodging these damn stray bullets, being a government worker and trying to figure something out.
Damn.
Mhm.
Trying to move my father down to Maryland. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a whole bunch of yeah.
You trying to move to Connecticut, Yankee to Baltimore area?
No, he's a New Yorker.
I know that's a joke. You know
Yeah,
them
after,
things
after
different.
four a- after 4 hours on the road, I don't joke. Yeah, no.
And let's
Ain't-
welcome to the screen Helen, your favorite educator. How you doing, Helen? I know you
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm well. How are you?
doing good. Oh, I like
going
that
on?
voice coming
Oh,
in. She
Lord.
got some sophisticated talk here. We need to be on the grizzly with a
Did
voice.
that mean I got to talk like I'm learned?
Yes,
No.
we have to
Oh,
talk.
But I
as
will
if
check your English if you're wrong.
My God,
we,
my
we
God.
must talk as if we are educated.
Must I speak that way, sir?
I'm just going to wave real quick and go back to taking my camera off because I'm
That's
grading
okay.
papers and talking to
that's
parents.
That's all right. I know you go and join in because I think this subject is very important when we get to it. But
Okey-dokey.
before we do, I guess that leaves me for to tell you guys what I've been up to. Well, it's been busy. Like the freelance job, they know that I'm about to leave.
Mhm.
So it seems like they giving me multiple jobs all at one time. But guess what? There's more money for me to take with me to Vegas when I go and make sure my baby's wet and go off without a hitch. Because in
Right.
less than 2 weeks, my baby girl Brittany will be getting married. We are so happy for her and Alex. Big cheers to her and Alex. Really? There you go.
What's the regular YouTube link?
So the regular YouTube link is actually on my Facebook page if you want to pull it up. I said it, and it's also on the Grown Man Clique Facebook page. But we are really, really happy that we can go over to Vegas. The Browns from the East Coast invading. We are invading the West Coast because there's so many of us going. So this is going to be fun, and I can't wait. I'm documenting it, and a lot of people know I do not fly. It's not because I haven't flown and I've got one of those stereotypical black fears. No, it's because I have flown, and people who have flown with me says never put that boy on a motherfucking plane again because I am horrible. And guess what? One of the other grown men is coming to the stage. My boy Rich. What's up, Rich Hunt?
Rich.
What it is, what it is, what it is.
What's
You
that?
can't call you the Floodgate CEO no more. You
No.
gotta be Rich Hunt, Art of Intelligence, streaming
Yeah.
now. His new project. Congratulations.
Streaming now everywhere. Everywhere. Streaming right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Gay
So,
something for y'all R&B lovers, man.
You
Take
put
that
your
shit
music
straight
out,
to
bro. That's what the
bedroom.
hell I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, take that straight to the bedroom. I got y'all. Trust me.
before we forget, we have Peanut Gallery over there. We have Sheila here live, and we have Shell in the house tonight. She's
What's
usually
happening? What's going on?
out. Say hey, they can hear you. All right.
Hey,
What's
Auntie.
happening?
Hey, Shell.
So it's time to keep the show moving. We going to go. We skipped it last week. Oh, Rich, what you been up to, man? What you been doing? I know you've been out of town shooting shit. What's been up?
Yo, out of town was crazy. I went to Jerry sent a nigga to Massachusetts. I was the only nigga except for the one that was there, the ones I came with. in that motherfucker. Okay, the goddamn Springfield Massachusetts. Okay,
A bowl of milk, huh? Yeah.
like what the fuck? Yo, it's crazy because we was actually in the Basketball Hall of Fame, right? And that shit was so fucking beautiful. If you're a Kobe fan, you gonna cry.
Yeah.
They did Kobe right. I got so much shit I haven't put out yet, yo. Like it was fucking beautiful. The game and everything that we shot was cool too. I had fun doing that. But
And shout
that,
out to the Muslim Television Network because you were
yeah,
working with them. So
yeah,
shout out.
Muslim TV network. Yes, yes. Shout out to
They,
them.
they contacted me because they needed somebody with the cameras and experience to do the job that they needed doing. But as you know, I was watching my nephew knock people out that weekend, so I couldn't actually do it. So I said, I know somebody who can fit the bill, and Rich was available, so he went up to Massachusetts.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I don't know why. I don't know why I thought basketball was created in New York for some reason, but they said it's Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah, which
Actually, actually, congratulations, Rich. That's actually my hometown. I grew up there. Basketball was actually invented in Holyoke, which is about 15 miles north of Springfield. But
Okay.
you experienced exactly why I left there 35 years ago, and I don't go back.
You the last thing
Yeah. I
That
don't blame. I don't blame you.
the new Basketball Hall of Fame is dope as shit because
Yeah.
the original one is about 10 miles from there in the middle of the hood, in the middle of Springfield College. So, you know.
That shit was actually dope as fuck though. You right. I don't know about the original one, but nigga, I was in that bitch in all like a motherfucker. Yo, like god damn.
Oh yeah, no, they did it right. They definitely did
Yeah,
it right.
yeah. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
you know what? This computer is acting stupid as a mug right now. I cannot go to it. You know, we got all of our things that we usually put on the screen and it will not let me do it. I don't know what's going on. It won't let me go to the other pages. So we are just gonna slide right into Flowers and Powder. Flowers and Powder is a segment of the show where if somebody's done something amazing, something fantastic, something that you just got to give them a shout out for, we're going to give them a big shout out on the screen. But if you got some asshole driving 48 in the fast lane with a left-hand turn blinker on and trying to make sure nobody can go around them, and then on that side, on your right side, you got somebody driving 47 miles an hour. So you can't get over to pass this dumbass. You can roll down your window, put powder on both of your hands, and slap the bejesus out of it.
Yeah.
So I can't get to my usual intro for this. So here we go. My brothers and sisters of the Flowers and Powder congregation. If you have some flowers or powder that you would like to give to someone that totally deserves it, please wave your fingers in the air like you just don't care. And let's get to the powder. And the Right Reverend Ted R. Fire, get it? Ted R. Fire is coming to the screen with his flowers and powder.
Well, for me, it's all about the flowers. I want to give a shout out and flowers to some of the people over on TikTok that actually been using my music recently in some of their videos and stuff. So that was actually awesome. You know, my man Poppy the Bear, he's been using some of my music in his videos, and shout out to him. You know, he got a new fragrance release coming out. So yeah, flowers to him as well. And hey man, shout out to the people who have actually been going on all these streaming platforms and liking me and my man Rich's music. Like, hey man, we appreciate it, we love it. We put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's not going unnoticed that you guys are showing love. So thank you.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Any other flowers or powders for the congregation today? And let me get Grizz off of his main screen. He's a handsome gentleman, but he don't want to be up here all night. There we go. Well, you know what? I do. I mean, my powder is all, or flower is always to mostly the same person. And my baby been holding it down for me lately, and I just got to give her a shout out because we've been on a roller coaster ride for the last couple of months.
What you do, Jerry?
Nothing.
Every time Jerry get the big up in his wife, his nigga
No,
did
I
something.
didn't.
It's something.
This time I'm completely in the clear.
Last
There is
week she
nothing-
sat off screen with the screw face.
Oh, that was different. That was different.
Well, why you make that woman face screw?
Screw face.
Notice he said in the clear. Notice he said in the clear. It didn't say innocent.
Hold on,
Mm.
let's put it. You gotta make sure what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas when they go. You know what I'm saying? He's making sure he just padding the field right now, just to
Oh
make
my
sure.
gosh. Anyway, y'all get on my nerves.
Look, y'all been married for long, y'all some freaks. I don't want
So,
it.
this is a real problem because like I can't get to the other stuff.
What's that red thing at the bottom?
Look, you can't see it or it's not clicking it.
It's not letting me get to the other
Yeah.
stuff. All of my other platforms, like all of my videos and stuff, is not letting me get to them. And I mean, it's imperative for this show. I can't go out and come back in.
You can, as long as I'm up here, you can. As long as
Okay.
everybody else is up here, you can go out and come back in and still hold the stream.
I was gonna say, as long as it stays
Yeah.
wet, you can go out and come back in.
All right, so we're gonna hold it down while my man come on back in. So, Rich, so far, what's your most streamed song? When did you release it, brother? And what's your most streamed song?
Oh, it just came out this weekend, but right now it's Confidence.
Okay.
It's Confidence right now.
Yeah. And it's
Oh, we're back, and guess what? We can get to our media assets. Thank you for holding it down. What were y'all
Of course.
talking about? We couldn't hear you.
Oh, talking about Rich's CD and the music,
Yeah.
the songs that people are actually that are streaming right now. It's called Confidence, right? That's the one you said, brother.
Confidence, and then it's Wanna is up next.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I gotta go on there. Are you on all of them?
all of them.
All right, so I'm gonna go up on YouTube Music and start from there.
All right,
All right,
Appreciate
so yeah, you already know, bro. You already know.
appreciate you.
So before we move on any further, are there any more flowers or powder that anybody wants to give out? All hearts and minds are clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, you know what? The other day, over the last couple of weeks, I've been thinking about stuff and thinking about how, what we do as young people, does it prepare us for what we go through as adults? And whether or not we wasted time in our youth that we can't recapture, or if some of the things that we did in our youth help rebuild or help build us into the people that we are today. Because you hear a lot of people say that when I was young, I was dumb, I was doing all this shit in the streets, I was making mistakes, and now I'm a better man for it.
I'll say youth is wasted on the young.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of it says. Youth is wasted on the young. But then you have young people out here who are starting businesses, who are graduating college before they're old enough to drive, who already set benchmarks for themselves even before they know who they are as a person, but they know what they want to do. So I wanted to find out from our panel and from the peanut gallery and everybody, was your youth wasted? What did you waste your youth and found yourself later on in times that you are a different person than what you thought you were going to turn out to be? And I'm gonna go first only because I want to set the stage. So growing up, I was always around the arts. I mean, my family was based in arts. My mom wrote plays. She used to do church plays, and we were all her petri dish of talent. Everybody in my family was in her plays, from Women in the Bible to Moses to everything. And so I was all, and she also was an arena player. So I was always around the arts. Now, as everybody knows, like I play the piano and I produce music, but I remember growing up watching my sister take piano lessons, Judy, who can't play a lick of piano at all, but she's a pastor now. So I wonder if no correlation. But anyway, I used to sit on the steps while she was taking piano lessons and watch the teacher. And then when she finished, I would go down and I would play the piano and, play the lessons that she was learning. So my mom said, well, why don't you keep sitting on the steps while Judy taking lessons? That way I can knock a 2-for-1 out. Don't come down and then I got paid for it. Just sit up there and learn. And so that's how I learned how to play the piano for the most part. And, I've been fortunate in my music career that I produced for known artists. I produced for artists that were trying to make it everything. But music and the arts was always a part of my life. I never sold drugs. I mean, I never really partied hard. I never did hard drugs or anything like that. Never got in trouble with the law. I always was geared towards the arts. So to me, where I sit down and what I'm doing with the photography and the movies and the music that I still do, my life has always been geared that way. So I don't think I wasted my youth. I may have wasted some time in my youth being a young person where I could have worked a little harder at playing the piano, or I could have worked a little harder at, learning how to be as great a photographer as I could be back then so that I would be a better photographer now. But for me, I feel like I actually had the drive for what I was doing. Even when I went to BSA, and shout out to the Baltimore School for the Arts, I'm still not doing what I went to school for, because I went to school for theater. But theater was the best place for me because it taught me lighting. It taught me sound. I had to do musical theater and I had to do lighting. So I learned all of the components of what my life is about right now. So it's like everything was geared for me to be doing what I'm doing now. And different parts of my youth were all geared towards me being in this trajectory. So to me, no, I didn't waste my youth. No, I didn't waste a lot of time trying to figure out what I wanted to be or who I was. I always sort of was geared in this direction. So what I want to do is let anybody else jump on the bandwagon and tell me what you feel your life has been, and whether it's been a youth wasted or a youth that got you to be where you are now.
Can I tag in first on this one?
Yes, you can.
Woo, Jesus knows. So listen, two things. One, as an educator, I made a huge mistake. For years, I was always telling students that they had to go to a 4-year college, that the only way they were going to be successful was if they went to this prestigious place. And then I met some students years ago, and I'm glad I stopped saying that are more successful than me, and they only got their high school diploma. Some of them only got a GED, but they were way more successful because it wasn't about the books. They had a different kind of knowledge that probably cannot be taught in a school. Second thing, I was headed to law school after I graduated from the Morgan State University.
The bear. However, we always have a bear reference in our show.
Listen, Linda, listen. So
my the editor of the Morgan paper, I forgot the name of it, but
start me the line. I'm a Morgan grad, but I'm an Aggie mom. So yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to law school. I was determined I was going to law school. I was going to open a family law practice, and my specialty was going to be working with kids. So what happens? I get pregnant right after graduation. I get married my senior year. I get pregnant literally 2 months after graduation. And my mother-in-law at the time was like, well, could you do me a favor? And, law school is a lot of stress on my unborn grandchild. How about you just teach for a year? And 26 years later, here I am. So yes, there are times when I wish I would have taken the law school route, but my thinking now is then I wanted to reach kids once they've gotten in trouble. Now my goal is to get to them before they ever need that attorney in the first place.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. Now, so to you, do you feel like you didn't waste your youth? It was actually geared to where you are now?
There are a lot of things that I feel like I wasted. I think about how the amount of lies that I told my mother that I was doing great in school, flunking out of a college because I was too boy crazy about somebody's knuckleheaded son. There were a lot of things that I wish I would have done differently, but I'm also a believer that God allows all of those things that I did to fit into my now.
Cool.
So like that, yes, there are a lot of things I think I wasted, but every time I turn around, it's something that I did wrong, that there's someone that my path crosses that needs that knowledge that I should have had back then, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Let's check this out, because that ties in to exactly what you said, what I'm about to
Be
play.
37 years old talking about I'm just trying to go with the flow. I'm a spontaneous guy. I just want to see what happens. I don't. I got shit to do. Everything I do is intentional, and I know everything you do is intentional. Therefore, if you're trying to just go with the flow with me, you don't really have a real plan for where you want this to go. And therefore, I don't want to fool with you because we don't have time for that. Anybody in their 30s still talking about going with the flow is a waste of time. We are grown. A lot of people already got kids. A lot of people been married and divorced before. What makes you think I want to go with the flow with you, sir? I'm going with the flow in my own life. Okay? But I'm intentional in my flow. And why would I include you in my flow and you don't even know where we're going? You just gonna mess up my flow. You ever seen water try to work against itself? That's what causes tsunamis and shit. I don't got time for that.
That was definitely powerful. And here's my correlation to that. I was raised in a very, very strict Baptist household. So y'all know I cut up the minute I was allowed to leave. So I did what my parents told me to do. I was Barbara and Charles's daughter. Then I was somebody's wife. Then I was Jordan's mother. And now I'm Miss Washington, everybody's teacher. But now I'm starting to realize, you know what? There's a time for me. Whether it's cutting up, I'm an empty nester, live alone, happily single. Like I 110% get it. What is the word? My antennas are up. You can have a conversation with me, and within the first 45 minutes, I can tell whether your intentions are pure. And yeah, it doesn't take that long, but I at least want to give you an opportunity to fix it or mess up.
Yeah. And that's the key. Like everything that we do now, and sometimes from the tragic mistakes we made in the past, then we become intentional.
Right.
And,
I agree.
And when you start out intentional, when you start out with that drive and you start out with that focus, a lot of those deterrents that we see now that we won't play with, we wouldn't even have given the attention to back then.
Right.
Definitely agree. One other thing, when I was 15, I lost my little sister. She was 10 to leukemia. So when I tell you that I somehow have become everybody's big sister or auntie, because it's always my intention to make sure that you are covered, safe, covered, and protected.
Right. And we're gonna welcome Kiana to the stage. How you doing, Kiana?
What's happening?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. Right. And right now, like the whole idea is that we're talking about youth wasted. And a lot of times they say youth is wasted on the young, but we also have seen so many times where youth have been focused and focus driven and done what they needed to do, like case in point. And he's not that young, but he was dealing with old men in the old men's game, and he was considered a young buck. Brandon Scott. Mm-hmm. He was focused and he was driven, and he had an idea of what he wanted his city to look like. I didn't vote for Brandon the first time around. I did not see his vision. I did not see his focus. I did not see his commitment. But my wife did. She was on the Brandon Scott train from the beginning. And one thing that we do, and as a family, is pretty cool. We never ever discuss politics as we see it to each other. We allow each other to vote as we see fit, and we don't want to antagonize each other with our opinions. So next election, after seeing and noticing what this young man, this very young man in an old man's game, was doing, because what he was doing was he was giving a middle finger to all the other people who were saying, you got to have these cronies, you got to have these old guys in your corner in order to make difference, to keep your job in Baltimore. It wasn't about making a difference. And if he didn't allow his trajectory to remain focused, he could have been Catherine Pugh, he could have been Sheila Dixon, he could have been Stephanie Rawlins Blake, he could have been what's his name, the one right before him, O'Malley, into a prosperous office where he made money, but there wouldn't have been any change. He said, F the establishment, I'm doing it this way, either you ride or you die. And now we're riding with him. I voted for him last time. So I think a big part of what's wrong right now with society is we're not allowing these young people to have their visions come to fruition. And we're stuck in an old mentality. We're stuck in an old basis, and we're not, old way of thinking and gatekeeping. So we need to broaden our perspective and where we want to go. Before anybody chimes in, I want to drop one more video for y'all.
Let me tell you something. When you cross them 30s and them 40s, you're going to meet two type of people. Those that took care of themselves and those that didn't. That's the only thing determined if you were just getting older or growing up. See, when you cross them 30s and them 40s, man, you ain't trying to go to the club no more. You trying to fix your credit. You trying to buy a house. You trying to open up a business. You trying to boss up on your job because you trying to make 6 figures a year because you got them kids in there depending on you. When you hit them 30s and them 40s, man, it's going to show if you was in that gym. Yeah, because now your face looking wrinkled, your stomach all big, you're all out of shape. Are you in shape? 40 years old, looking younger than the people that's 19, 21 years old, and they asking you for ID when you go out. Yeah, 2 things determine if you getting older or growing up, man. If you taking care of yourself or you ain't. You ain't supposed to be broke in your 40s and 50s because your 30s was the years that you really elevated and excelled because you got the energy and the knowledge. Now you don't bump your head enough. Yeah, you still got time, but you got to understand you on the clock. Yeah, see, when you bump your head in your 20s, you know in your 30s, man, you got to take your health serious because now diabetes knocking at the door, high blood pressure knocking at the door, kidney failure knocking at the door, all kind of liver cancer, all these cancers out here knocking at the door. You trying to take care of yourself. See, that's the importance of not wasting your younger years in your prime trying to follow what's going on out here. Because when you get old,
now, I know he looked like you were Burger King. I'm sorry. But the whole idea was the message rang.
Yeah.
To me, it rang.
Yeah.
Because, you know, why are we trying to fix all of the problems that we have now when we had time to create a better situation when we were younger?
Well, I guess
wasted time. Go ahead, Grizz, cook.
It usually has to do with the knowledge that's available to you at the time. And a lot of us didn't have certain knowledges. I do believe that my youth, I won't say it was a waste because I think that it really brought me to the place to where I am now. Because when I was younger, we were in a poverty situation. And you know, I was always trying to figure out ways to get out of that. And, you know, as a kid, I'm thinking about ways to, you know, change my family's financial future. I didn't really have the opportunity to just be a kid. You know what I mean? And not saying that my mom was any kind of a deadbeat or anything like that. She did the best that she could with what she had. And so that was just my mentality. And as I'm growing up, you know, you hit them speed bumps and you start doing other things that ain't got nothing to do with what you were trying to do, and you get distracted. And Jerry, you know, there's been many things that I've gone through, even just being around you, trying to be in the music business. Actually went out to become a professional wrestler. Just so many different things to do. And the one thing that I didn't want to do, the one thing that I never expected to do, was the one thing that I needed to do to get to a place to where I finally um found my voice and found my vision. You know, JB, I never wanted to be in front of a microphone and cameras talking to people. Never been that
Nope.
type of person. I'm not a people person. I've never been. But
Not.
but the funny thing is, when you ask God for a certain thing, sometimes he gives it to you in the answer that you don't expect. And so what I do has so much less to do with what makes me comfortable. It's what's necessary to be able to push the message across and to get to the place to where I asked to be. He never said I wasn't going to get it. He just told me I wasn't going to get it the way that I expected it to. And so I won't say that it was wasted. I will say that it was just a learning curve of things for me to be able to teach people different ways to move and cautionary tales. So yeah.
And that's the key. And you know, like w- this is another thing. And me and Sheila, it was so funny because she brought this up and you hit it right on the nail. And me and Sheila looked at each other because she was saying, how many times was your youth not wasted, but it was redirected because you had to grow up before you could experience your youth? Like you had to become a breadwinner before you needed to be a breadwinner.
Exactly.
So that's called the what?
Peter Pan effect, Peter Pan syndrome.
Where just like Michael Jackson, Peter Pan syndrome.
Right.
Because he had a talent, he was made to be put in a place where adulting wasn't going to be his strong point. His
Yeah.
talent was going to be the strong point. Life is really trial and error. I like that, Kiana. The more you know, the more you grow. True.
Right.
Well, for me, I know I didn't want to have kids early. My brother was having a lot of kids around that time, so there was always a baby in the house. And plus, I ran the streets a lot, so I know I wouldn't have been the same kind of father in my 20s that I am now. You know, and I had my first kid at 36, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at 26, I wouldn't have been the same guy. Just 10 years earlier. So, as far as like my youth, though, I think everything that happens for a reason. You went through what you went through. You came out of it. It shapes or mold your thought process and how you see your environment. So like with Grizz, like given your situation, you had to get money. You know what I mean? So that in itself will has its own benefits. It teaches you structure, it teaches you finance, it teaches you how to balance your money, how to save it, because you have to prioritize it. But outside of that, like, yeah, I just think, the things you go through when you're young, if you're present of mind, you'll understand how those things affect you now as an adult and whatever lessons you should have learned from.
So, I mean, I'm going to go to my brother, Scott, because Scott, I know you grew up in upstate New York and Massachusetts and stuff. You had a different vision than most of us down here had, but it was along the same trajectory. Do you feel that your youth was wasted, or it was where it needed to be for you to become the person that you were?
My youth definitely wasn't wasted. I tell people all the time, my heroes are my mother and my father. And as I've gotten older, I realize that not only do I not only should I not take that for granted, but I have to remind myself and remind others of how much of a blessing that is, simply because the tragedy of my experience has been so many people that I know that I've come in contact with have not had the same experience that I've had. And I say that to say my parents, even though they weren't together, um, they did everything they could to make sure that I had a better life. My father
Right.
gave up. My father gave up custody. Did not fight when he wanted to because he knew my mother could give me a better life. Um, I went to school because I was supposed to. Uh, I didn't have a clear understanding of what I wanted to do, but God allowed me to focus and absorb everything that I experienced through high school, through college. Um, and even though I didn't think my degree came into play in my life, I realized that um, I've become a better communicator in life because of that experience in college. Um, and I always believed I was always I'm like Grizz. I'm not a people person, but I always want to help people, which is really crazy because people irritate the fuck out of me. But that
You know
doesn't mean
the part about you saying that?
what's
He
that?
is one of the genuine, most nicest people. Like him saying no to you means he cannot do it. He
Right,
is the kind of person who just will do whatever he can do within his means to do something for you.
right.
But he gotta like people to do it. He just gotta like you.
Exactly, exactly. I take people on an individual basis. I can't do crowds. I can't because people really, really, really fucking irritate me. They it's insane. But I genuinely love and respect everyone until you cross that line.
Yeah.
And yeah, look right next door to Maeve. That's an Aries thing. Maeve knows exactly what I'm talking about. You cross that line, yeah, no, we coming from your throat. Um, but yeah, no. I take like everyone. I took all of my experience, and I believe it took every single one of them for me to get to where I am now. And some would say I'm a late bloomer, but I'm seriously living the best I ever lived right now. And I didn't do a lot of the knucklehead stuff, and I thought I was missing out, and I probably did miss out on a lot of stuff.
You
But
weren't. I didn't either.
I mean, you missed a little bit of fun.
oh maybe trust. Oh
There's,
trust, I know. Oh, I
there's
know,
great.
believe me.
Oh, wait a minute, but I got something for that. Here we go. For the knuckleheads in y'all.
It's wasted youth that's remembered with most affection. Thank God I was naughty in my youth, or I would have spent the rest of my life regretting not being.
Huh.
Because sometimes you have to be naughty in your youth so that you don't regret anything in your future life. So the things that you've done that you said were maybe naughty in your youth, you don't have to go through that no more. You did it, it's done. It's like you wrote the book, you got closed that chapter, you on to the next one. So I got a question. How many of y'all did something naughty in your youth? And naughty could be on whatever level you think it is, because I can't tell you what's naughty in your life. Some people think naughty is tying somebody up in a basement and leaving them to die, and some people may think naughty is getting spanked by a 30-year-old man with a waffle iron. I don't know.
What the hell's going on? What the
Yeah.
hell's going on? Damn it! What the hell?
That's what I'm
What did I just walk into?
I can't tell you what naughty is to you, but
Damn it!
how many of y'all have done something that y'all felt in your young age was naughty, but you think that it helped make you you?
Jay, you saw all that
Oh,
dope.
definitely.
Welcome to the stage, Jay Nicole. What's up, Jay?
Jay,
Hey, look, listen, stop telling everybody my business.
My fault. Griselda.
Secret. Man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Come on.
Huh? Oh,
I mean, it was up in there.
Come on in.
nothing really.
You did the naughty, and now they saying that it made them stronger.
Hey, Helen.
You know I was coming. You know I
I
was
don't
coming.
know.
Sit this one
I
out.
haven't done anything.
Sit this one out.
That's right. Deny to the end.
Shucks. Let me know when I can
You know,
tap
the
into this
children are our
conversation.
future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
I don't want this audio coming back on you. Sit this one out.
Educate them, Helen. Educate them.
See,
No,
but mine isn't this way. Like I said, I grew up ever so strict. I'm talking I couldn't wear red lipstick, the whole nine.
Oh, yeah,
Came
you
to
grew up
Morgan.
in
I
Southern
met my
Baptist.
ex-husband my second
That's
day of
Southern
school.
Baptist, huh?
So all of that was, but then I got divorced. And then that's when I started to live my life. And man, the things I discovered. Listen, Linda, listen. When I tell you that I have lived my life to the fullest, that I'm just leave that right there.
Oh,
before I
somebody
start.
got stories.
And
See, that's all
flashbacks.
I didn't ask you to tell stories. I just asked you, did naughty help create the Helen that you are today?
Yes, but remember you said in your youth. Man,
Yeah.
in my 30s wasn't quite in my youth. I didn't have my
That
son
is,
till I was 30.
no. That's still young.
That's dirty 30s, yo.
Dirty
Listen,
30s
hey,
is young.
listen. I'm 56 now, doggone it. So yeah,
You still younger
30s
than me.
and 40s. Woo.
oh,
Should I?
Okay,
Nope,
let
I
me go back, because with a lot of people, the newcomers like Helen and like Kiana don't know is that I've been married since I was 21 to the same person the whole time. So I started my trajectory with my wife before we even knew who we were, and we grew to be who we were because of the relationship that we have. So I didn't really like, oh no, I had freedom. My wife was very amazing to allow me as an artist to be free, not sexually free, because that's not what she wanted and not what we planned on, but to allow me. I used to throw strip parties, everything. Like, there's so much that everybody knows about me. It's not like a secret or anything. But the whole idea is that because of the industry I was in, being around strippers, being around musicians, being around people who did stuff with drugs and things like that, she knew it was never going to bring me into that world, because I never really did. Really, I think this man was more of a corrupt influence on me than anybody when it came to that. But we ain't. When my knee was hurting that time, you asshole. Anyway, we not even.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Claim the fifth. Claim the fifth.
There are so many amendments.
So little time.
I'm gonna choose one.
So many amendments, so little time. But I want to play. I only got one.
Jay, my plug.
Jay. I only have one more video I want to play. Check it.
And what my grandmother was talking about is people waste time.
Yeah.
The youth is wasted on the young. People don't realize you only get one shot at this thing. You have to live it, and you need to learn not only from your experiences, but most importantly, you got to learn from other people's experiences, bro. If not, this shit gonna get hard for you, and by the time you realize what's going on, it's gonna be too late. Who wants to wake up at 65? Who wants to wake up at 75? You need to wake up now and get on your shit and experience it. I don't care if you say you're gonna make donuts, make the best donuts in the world and be around the best donut makers and make people feel like this is the best donut they ever made. You gonna work in McDonald's, ain't nothing wrong with it. But every time somebody come in here, make sure they leave with a smile. It ain't all about money. Happiness ain't about money. It's about what's inside. You feel me? If you're gonna be turned, be turned. Balance this shit out. It can't just all be one side.
I think almost that's easier said than done. Really, like they said, hindsight is 20/20,
Right.
and you don't know this until you get past that point, and then you begin to understand. So
I think Burger King man had more points to make than he did.
I think it's just philosophical. I think it's just something we all, at some point when we contemplate our mortality, that it's stuff I should have did when I was younger. I should have did X, Y, and Z. I say now I should have even been a car mechanic or a beautician. They get money. I could be braiding hair right now, making a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But then that wasn't something niggas around my way did. You know what I'm saying? We start braiding hair or getting a body shop. Other dudes did that. You know what I mean? So I think like ultimately we get to a point where we're older and we begin to understanding, life and how it affects us, how it moves around us. And yes, we can say I should have did X, Y, and Z and all that. But then what you do is you take those lessons and you give them to somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because even now, like with my daughter is I call her lazy all the time. She procrastinates. So, but I have my own internal clock. I do things when I'm ready. Right. So
she got it on.
She gets it honest. But the difference is I'm grown. I make the money. So when I say wash the dishes, you better wash the fucking dishes. But that aside, it's I can tell her all day long, hey baby, don't wait till the last minute. I always say if you got 5 hours to be free, you're gonna be free for 4.5 hours, and you're gonna take that last half hour to do everything you're supposed to do that you could have did in an hour and had 4 hours to do everything. It's just a mindset. So when we're young, we don't have the mindset of what, I need to save this money, or I need to go there. You know what I'm saying? Some of us do. Some of us lock in early. My nephew, always been focused, always been driven. Anything he was trying to do, stayed out the streets. He wasn't in trouble. He was a good kid. So, some kids get it early. They get focused early. But I think that's depending on their environment. He got 6 other brothers and sisters. So it was like, okay, I don't want to be like big bro, not just doing nothing. So this is what I'm going to do. But as a kid, you just don't really have that mindset to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna save this money. You know what I mean? I'm a cook something as opposed to going out to eat. You learn that when you're grown, when you got 2 other kids that gotta eat too, and a $30 pizza, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna last for one night, but you can buy the spaghetti and it's gonna last for 4. You know what I'm saying?
I know spaghetti in my house.
Well, y'all eat spaghetti in your house?
I don't.
Do you eat spaghetti?
She loves spaghetti.
Okay, then because you just gotta eat what you eat?
No.
Okay, then. So what you talking about?
You know what? I would not eat if it was spaghetti. It's just that simple.
First of all, Jerry's family is like
a culinary masterpiece.
Yeah, they just buffet everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think, matter of fact, you didn't invite me to Christmas dinner last year either.
It wasn't no invite needed, your family.
Okay, see? Now I'm showing up every night. What you cooking tonight, kid? But full plate setup. No.
But that's the whole idea with me. It's like I and this is what we learned together. I'm different. Like I know I'm different, and I had to understand that being different was not going to be easy for my wife. And that's because she could cook something and it could be delicious on Monday. I ain't eating it on Tuesday. I'm just not, no matter how delicious it was on Monday, because I want something different. So, but I never expected her to cook every night. I would fend for myself.
You buying that $30 pizza?
Yeah. there have been times when I say I will be at the studio and I will make sure I eat before I get home so I don't have to eat that second meal or that meal again. And and I don't know if it's poverty reflection, but there are certain meals like pork and beans, spaghetti.
Yeah, poverty trauma.
Poverty trauma has led me not to like
I
those.
will never eat cornflakes again. Never.
Man,
But
shredded wheat.
I will not eat. If you make a pot of spaghetti with meatballs and sauce in it, I will not eat it.
Ramen.
I will not eat it.
I do love that.
I love ramen. I love ramen because guess what? I can make it different every time. I can make it with vinegar, hot sauce, and some salt and pepper. I can make it with pork. I can make it with beef. I can make it with chicken. It don't have to be the same ramen.
So you know, Jerry was the kid at the table with his brothers and sisters when she came with that spaghetti. He was talking shit.
No, you didn't talk shit now. Because you never hit the table, that's what you had to eat.
Yeah, you ain't had no chicken.
I grew up in the 70s. When my mama made liver, if you ain't eat that liver, you ain't
That's what you, yeah.
And guess what?
Ain't nobody eating it.
And guess what I didn't eat? I didn't eat that damn liver.
I damn sure didn't eat that liver, man. I tried that damn liver one time in my life. It felt like I was eating on beefy metal. I was like, I'd be damn.
Different type of disgusting.
And then this is how good I was. When I knew it was liver night, I would stuff my pockets full of paper towels so I could put the liver in my pockets so I could ball it up in a paper towel so that it would look like I ate it, and then I would throw that shit away. And out of all of my brothers and sisters, only 2 of them actually like liver, and it was 6 of us.
Your mother gonna beat you in your dream tonight.
She knew. They found liver under my chair, smashed to the sides of the chair. I was not eating that shit.
If you feel some erratic movements in the middle of the night, he getting his ass whooped by his mom.
I love you, Lorraine. I love you, James. But when y'all cook liver, that shit was foul. I wasn't eating it.
I won't touch peas or lima beans.
I love peas
Yeah,
and I eat lima beans.
There's a few things like my mom was a fan of squash. Man, I cannot stand no damn squash. Don't you put that squash on, that shit on my plate. Don't you put it on my plate. That's a fight waiting to happen. Don't do no damn squash. Damn sure don't do
You
no
gotta
damn
get you some
liver.
yellow and some green squash and put some onion in it, or just use green squash with red peppers. I'm telling you, it's fire.
Yeah, I don't care if
It's
Jesus
fire.
gave that squash a hug. I'm not eating it. I don't care. It's something okra. You can't give me no okra either.
I've never had chitlins.
Never had chitlins. Will never
Man,
eat chitlins.
first of all, the name chitterling will not make me eat
Who
it.
gave her chitterlings?
I'm not eating a chitterling. First of all, it's in the name, shitterling. I'm not eating that. It's already in the name.
My daughter, who has never been in a household, I didn't grow up eating chitterlings. My wife may have grown up eating chitterlings. She's never eaten them in our house. She's never bought them in, and she's never cooked them.
You had to go back to the hood to eat them, didn't you?
She would go over her mama's house and eat that crap, but because she knew I never ate them and I never wanted to see them.
No, I didn't eat no damn chitterlings, and I ain't eat no damn hog maws. I don't even know what a maw is. I don't know what a maw. What part of the pig is maw? I'm not eating that.
Pigtails.
Yeah, first of all, that was wagging on the pig's ass. Why are we eating that? Why we eating
Pigtails
that?
in our sauerkraut. I will do pigtails in our sauerkraut.
I'm not doing no pigtails. No, it's wagging on the ass. I can't eat it.
I love the sauerkraut.
Basically,
So what part is the maw again?
I don't know. I still don't know what the maw is. I have no idea what a hog
stomach.
maw. See, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating it.
Chitterlings is the intestines. The only part of the pig I'm eating is the bacon.
There you go, bacon. That's it.
Bacon.
That's as close as I could.
I'm gonna do a rib too. I'm gonna do a rib and bacon.
I might fuck up a rib. I might do it. Not really.
Oh yeah,
Not
yeah.
really ham person.
Listen. The way my mama make ham, I'm gonna eat ham by itself.
Not a big ham person.
Hankering for ham, and I'll just make a whole fucking ham.
Hey Jay,
I love ham.
Jay, we not all drug dealers.
You
We
gotta
can't
keep
eat
the ham
lobster
on
and
deck.
filet mignon.
I'm talking about the ham that you buy from the store. What the fuck?
Jay, we can't eat caviar every night. We all ain't drug
I
dealers.
don't eat caviar.
You know
No,
what?
I'm not a ham person, bro.
I've actually never tried caviar.
Caviar. It's not bad, but it's something that I can take past. I don't have
What?
to have it ever again in life.
What's that?
What?
Caviar? No, I can't even try it. See, I can't even get it out.
Because
I
I
can't
know
even try that.
it's raw fish eggs. I'm not eating that, man.
Sturgis.
Sturgeon,
eggs.
that's a fish. I'm not eating it. I ain't eating it. I'm not eating it.
Mm.
Yeah. It's just certain things I just know I don't want.
But to be honest, I think I may have eaten it by mistake because I do eat a lot of sushi. I probably
You
ate
may
it
have
and don't
had
even
something
know.
in there. Yeah, you may have. It may be the salt component.
Trauma.
Yeah, I don't know.
Again.
It's just certain shit.
That was
Like,
horrible.
Fun fact, lobster wasn't always a delicacy
No.
or a high
oh
price
no,
thing.
it was for prisons.
Yeah.
It was for prisoners.
Yeah.
Because it was easy to catch and it was plentiful.
Plentiful, yeah. Right.
Yes, I'm a jailbird because I love me some lobster.
I'm about to say, what?
Yeah.
It used to be jail food. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Vicissitude, my boy John. What's up?
What's
How
up,
you
dog?
doing?
John.
I heard caviar and I had to show up.
This motherfucker.
Now, Mace, he eats caviar, I promise you.
Mm. Listen, somebody gotta eat them kids. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
That's just nasty. That's just
That was a
nasty.
pause moment.
Yeah, pause, damn it, pause.
No.
I'm glad I'm behaving over here on my side because I was sitting here thinking about caviar tasting like tuna fish, but little balls rolling around in your mouth. I'm going to sit over here and mind my business.
Well, you done already said it now. I mean, you might as well finish it off.
No, I gave you enough of a visual.
Mm-hmm. They be popping and squirting everywhere. It's crazy.
Oh, well, damn it.
Oh.
Now I know I don't want that shit.
That's why I don't eat that fruit gushers candy either. You don't want nothing.
You don't want nobody bursting in your mouth.
The fruit, that's a candy.
Yeah, that damn Gushers.
Oh, Gushers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like Gushers.
Girl, that
Ain't
laugh
nobody
is
eating it.
scandalous.
Wow.
You can shoot the caviar. I like Gushers though.
Welcome to Grown Man Clique Podcast. We took that quick return. Wow, that's
It
great.
don't take that much. It don't take much.
Not when I
And
show
Rich,
up.
and Rich ain't even do it. And Rich didn't even do it.
No.
Yeah, verbal threat, black. This is verse. We got Raw, Jay on the beat. We got Smoke. This goes to all y'all hating ass niggas who ain't fucking with us. Check it, yo.
Shout out to my boy Grown Man Clique Anthem. We took a Grown Man Clique break. We had to because what?
I feel like he gonna be doing that dance till he like 85. But he's still gonna have the best hits and the best D's at his age. Just because they get so much exercise. Right.
But yeah, I mean, so you know what, Mr. Vicissitude, we gotta ask you.
Yes.
Knowing part of how you grew up, do you feel that youth was wasted, or do you feel that your youth helped project what you are today?
Say that one more time.
Do you think your youth was wasted, or it helped to project what you are today?
A little bit of both.
Jay, he asked me.
Well, I
See, my man's in
I
them.
answered already.
How you gonna answer for me? See, she can't keep on beating the allegations of being a man. Like doing this man shit. Anyway, I would say that it definitely. I don't think it's wasted youth at all. It definitely prepared me for who I am today. So, I got to see things that most children didn't get to see through childhood. So, yeah, so that kind of prepared me to be a geriatric soul that I am now. So, yeah.
Okay.
Jay, tell us about the Colombian death camps when you were a teenager Colombiana.
Listen, my childhood was so chill. Wasn't no drama, nothing traumatic happened, nothing like that. It's nothing.
Just beheadings every day, just
Right? In the cocoa fields. Yes. Uh-huh.
But it really was cool. Look, my mother's sitting right here. It was. I didn't have a rough childhood.
Every time I try to get Jay,
Laid back.
she on a boat.
That's where I live.
Right.
That's where I
Because
be.
she
That's where I'm
trafficking.
at peace.
She trafficking that product. She that pusher. I'm
I
your
am
pusher.
at peace out there on the water.
Jay don't go to church.
That's what Scarface said too.
No, I don't go to church.
Church is a front. Yeah, we know.
What was the front?
He said the church was a front for your time.
Yeah, I started going to church when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, that wasn't lucrative for her, so she had to move the front elsewhere.
I cannot with y'all.
Okay.
I cannot with y'all.
Restricting with her soul, and doing all the devil's work outside. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
I'm a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what y'all, I am a good girl.
That's what they all say.
Ain't nobody outside trapping. I ain't trying to set no dudes up and never have. Ain't will. Like, nope. I'm so laid back.
That's all the killers
Oh, he ain't doing that.
Moving silence.
Right, exactly. We just talk about pagan last week. Listen.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Don't go that far.
I ain't never said no shit like that.
Hold on. Don't go that far down the food chain. We want to stay on this youth wasted kick.
Don't get pegged in your youth.
That was them. I didn't even do nothing. That was them.
You're not helping. You are not helping.
I'm just saying. I don't know personally.
No, but
Riz, can I get some help?
Of course. What you need? Y'all leave my sister alone, man. What y'all doing, man? What y'all up here
what I
doing?
wanted to ask, and this is going to be the last Jared question of the night.
Okay.
How many people feel that they grew up too soon?
Oh yeah.
Shit, man. Don't even do it, bro. Absolutely. I already know I did. I know I did. Believe it or not, and this don't near one of y'all laugh, damn it. But my mother used to call me Gramps because I always had an old soul. I always act like an old man. But it was more so because of the fact that I was always in protection mode when it came to my mom. I was always felt like I needed to protect her. Not that I needed to not that I needed to do the job of my dad or anything like that, but it was kind of instinctual for me when it came to my mom and my sister and things like that. So I didn't really get the opportunity to really just kind of like fully be a kid. It's kind of why I act like an old ass man today.
Just couldn't just climb trees and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I climbed some trees, but damn it, I had to think of a tactical way to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just doing shit different. That's all, man. But yeah, it's just I do believe that. Though. Go ahead.
Men, do you think it's more of us men? Because I don't feel like I grew up too fast.
I think it's just situational.
But do you think it's more men that grew up too fast?
I don't think so.
I think it is. I really think because okay, but they wouldn't be having babies without the men on top of it.
Well, she still got to open her legs, bro.
Girls raise babies by themselves with the help of their parents, not the men that made the baby.
Say it again, Shelly. Say it again.
I don't think it's more men that are.
But if they out here making babies, then they have to grow up.
No, they don't. No. That's deadbeat.
We've seen some childlike parents.
They'll take care of their babies. They don't even see it. They see their baby on the street when no one's there.
And because of the white man.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on.
They put the black men out the homes so they can get the checks.
Speak it, Brother Bryant.
I'm sorry. Did I not do this first before I
Yeah, you got to put the hood on first, brother.
Right. I'm sorry. I will know when I go military when that hood come up. Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you on my screen twice?
I got bootleg service here in the basement of New York City, so.
They always listening to your ass in stereo.
Yeah, you in Dolby.
Jesus.
You in Dolby surround sound. But anyway,
Only the best for me.
Now, see, I was being a little bit facetious when I said that because I understand that there are a lot of men that just do what they do and leave. I wasn't, and you notice I never retorted on that. I just wanted to sow the seeds of discord as I
Say, you see
usually
a
do.
chair come across the screen. That's the chef.
Everybody knows I play devil's advocate more than anybody else on the podcast.
And-
I am going to make you tell me what you really feel. And if you don't, I'm going to keep prodding until you do. I'm not going to let you just rest on the old black laurels that black men ain't good fathers. Because I know black men that are good fathers. I know black men that have been there. I know black men who have taken responsibility and lived with it.
I'm trying to leave right now. They won't stop eating. They won't stop eating.
They eat more as they get older.
That's why I got to work as
Oh
much
yeah,
as I
it
do.
gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah.
I appreciate the birth control. Appreciate the birth control.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Where
Well,
child
that's
labor
why we
laws
call you
was a
Mr.
little more
Vasectomy.
lax. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we call you Mr. Vasectomy. So stop that. Anyway.
Yep. I promote safe sex.
I'm telling you, bro.
Put me as a helmet.
I invited my son came over my house. It was 5 years ago. My son came over my house when I was living in an apartment, and I remember going to Sam's Club, and I bought an entire one of them economy size boxes of chicken fingers because I figured it's just me. It's gonna last. That shit didn't get through the weekend. So they eat.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between.
Wait a minute. First of all, it wasn't breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was dinner, 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 and dinner, and then the shit was gone. He just went to town.
Yeah.
He went to town.
What's breakfast?
Yeah, then he wanted breakfast in the morning. Like, brother, you ate your damn breakfast. Shit. You better go in there and get that ice cream sandwich and leave me alone.
Look, you ain't eating the wish sandwich.
We had those.
Wow.
We definitely had those.
Had the wish sandwiches, yes.
And the syrup sandwiches too.
Oh shit, I had sugar sandwiches and all kind of shit.
I really like the syrups though. I did. I do.
Wait a minute, was it king syrup or was it was it Aunt Jemima?
Kings.
Pepper soup. Stop it. Talk with pepper soup.
Oh yeah, I like the cup of soup.
What in the negrosity is this shit?
No.
Ugh, sorry.
Stop acting
Not
like
you,
you
sorry.
ain't
I'm in the
eating-
ceiling.
Stop acting like you
No,
ain't
no,
eating food.
King syrup, I feel
Oh,
like
no. I ain't referring to that. My bad, guys. I'm in the ceiling.
I was gonna say, first of all, you are from the land of Scrapple, sir.
Yeah, I can use some scrap.
Damn right.
I like Scrapple.
Fucks with
I
that
love me some
scrapple.
Scrapple.
I like Scrapple.
Don't fry my scrap.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it better not be soft. It got to be hard edges. Hard edges.
Pause.
I better crunch the edges of that damn Scrapple.
Yeah. You got here a little crunch. Crunch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you get to the scrap.
Well, we done went full hood now.
But that's how it goes because we really did a really good job of talking about the subject. And you know how we do. It's like this could go dark because if you're talking about your youth and the things that you went through as a youth, and I mean, I know people that didn't make it out of their youth.
Yeah.
Because of the decisions they made.
Yeah.
And I know people who made it out of their youth, but they're not the people that we knew back then because they're either drug addicted, they have other issues such as mental issues. I'm not even going to say no names because I don't want to put them on blast, but I remember there was a family in my neighborhood that all the guys in the family was getting all the girls in the neighborhood. They were just that bad, you know? Now drug addicted, teeth missing,
Yeah.
hunchback. And guess what? This is the weirdest thing. The family moved on the block that I live.
I think
Mm.
I made them that bad.
I don't know. Maybe you.
I can't be Jerry.
Maybe you just shot it too much. You know
But
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what? You know JB, like, and I think I've told y'all the story about what happened to me when I was a kid with my babysitter. That could have
Yeah.
changed me forever.
Yeah.
That really could have, like, ruined me when it came to women and things that, and for a long time it made it hard to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? But I think that I now use that situation as more of a testimony to where you can either let it destroy you or let it or not let it define you. You have a choice, and I had a choice for the longest time. I let that situation define the kind of man I was when it came to women, until I had to realize, regardless of what happened, I still need to take accountability for the things that I do as a man. What happened to me as a boy, I have no control over, but what I do as a man is all about me and what I need to do. And so, I could have allowed it to just be my reason for just being a shitty human being. And I had to really understand, like, no, I need to take control over the part that I'm playing now, not what I did then, not what happened then, but the part that I'm playing now and the choices that I make now. So, yeah, it those types of things. Like I said, my childhood was damn near stolen. Well, it was stolen at 9 years old, bro. Like, it was 9 years old is when that person did what she did. But for me, it was one of those things where I could not continue to make it a reason why I was ruining somebody else's daughter because of what happened to me.
Right. Yeah. And that's why I say, it's all a balance, because sometimes for some people, growing up too quick can actually lead you to a place where you're adulting on a different level because of the trauma and because of the things that you went through when you were young. And then it can be the total antithesis of that, where you are the most negative and most vile person because you are precipitating and keep adding to that negativity because you've decided that this is who you are.
Right.
And making those decisions can be the difference between you being Grizzly, you being Maeve, you being Mr. Vicissitude, and the difference between us being Jeffrey Dahmer
or Kelly,
P. Diddy.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go there,
but no, but
honestly, I mean, seriously,
because I don't, just hearing what you just said, so I kind of got the gist of it. But that's the same thing that happened with R. Kelly when he was a kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's something. So it's a thing where you can then repeat the behavior, or you can recognize it like you did and say, wait a minute, I'm not gonna let this trauma, like you said, affect how I deal with women.
Breaking curses.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's been one of those times.
Because what it did was it made me hyper aware of how I dealt with children. That's the one thing. That's a positive that came out of it, because it made me hyper aware of how I dealt with, especially little girls. It was always a thing where, how little girls, sometimes they're just comfortable when they care about you. They sit on your lap any kind of way. And I had to train, my nieces and my daughter and, especially other little girls that may be around me, that you don't sit on a man's lap, like, sitting towards him and looking at him as that's an intimate thing, that you're your baby. You gotta, so, and it's one of those, and I always would tell them, never let, never, any man that tries to have you sitting on their lap like that, you tell your parents, because that's not a right thing to do. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things where, because I felt unprotected, but it wasn't like I wasn't protected by my mom, because my mom did not know. My mom found out later on. My mom did not know. And I did not tell my mother, because this lady told me that if I said anything to my mom, she was going to hurt my mother. So even then, at 9 years old, I felt like I needed to protect my mother, and so it was one of those things where, you know, finally it came out because, you know, thank God for my sister, because my sister walked in and she told my mother, and I think, to me, this is the part where I usually get the humor out of the story, where, you know, my mother found out, and my mother went across the street to go see the lady. Now, of course, you know, I'm scared to death because I'm thinking this lady's a monster. So I'm thinking she's going to really do some damage to my mom, you know, like she's going to hurt my mother. And we go across the street, and my stepfather keeps me out of the place where the lady is, and you know, you hear all this furniture moving and all this banging and clanging, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, she's in there killing my mom. So I'm crying, I'm upset, I don't know what's happening. And then my mother comes walking out of the room, you know, her hair messed up, this, that, and the third, and had this like look on her face like she's gangster. All right, let's go. And I happened to look in the room. You ever seen somebody get beat so bad that steam came off their body?
God damn.
That's
Turn into a cartoon, huh?
well, my mother beat the vapors off this bitch. I swear. So it was one of them things where, you know, at that moment, it felt like she took something from me, but I felt like, you know, at that time, my mom protected me in the best way that she could with the information that she had. But then as I got older, it wasn't until I started seeing a therapist that I realized that a lot of what happened to me then still affected me as an adult. And I had to put in the work to be able to become the kind of man that I am today, and to have a healthy relationship with a female instead of a toxic one where I'm blaming everything on her instead of realizing that I'm a big part of the problem that we're having in this relationship as well. So it took some time, you know, but I'm glad I'm at a point now where, you know what, I see things so much different now, and accountability is big to me. You know, yeah, I had to say the curse word. I had to say the curse
Stop
word.
cussing.
Yeah, accountability, man. That's a big thing for me because, you know, I feel like if you're not accountable, then you can continue to repeat a lot of the bad behaviors that you had before, you know.
Yeah,
All right.
like,
Yeah.
Jay, you got something you want to share?
no, I went from toddler to old lady. I was drinking coffee at 6 in the recliner. That's it.
That's why you so
That's
hype.
all I got.
Okay.
That's all I got. Ain't nobody hyper. I'm ready to lay down right now.
You old,
God,
man. I mean,
I'm not old.
here you are.
That's why
I'm
she got
not.
all that testosterone.
That hard life
Listen,
aged you, Jay. You just don't know.
I'm not
All right.
aged.
Yeah.
If I didn't tell you how old I was, you wouldn't know.
Okay. I'm
Hmm.
just saying, crack don't crack though. So you know,
Hmm.
but crack
Hmm.
cracks though.
I ain't never used a drug.
I ain't say you used it.
I ain't
Okay.
sold them neither.
Yeah, that's what every crack dealer say they don't do. It's so
No
I don't
woman,
even know what that is.
no woman has a perfect
listen.
ass.
I've seen some perfect ass to hip ratios out here. Okay. All right.
Every ass
Oh
got a
my word.
You know what I'm saying?
every ass got a crack in it.
Yeah, I
So
know.
shut up.
They come with cracks. You know what I'm saying?
What you talking about?
If they don't, then you know something wrong.
I'm just saying I ain't do nothing that stupid. I did the typical fuck ups that you did as a child, coming home late, just little stuff like that. Nothing crazy.
Cutting keys at the park. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know.
No, I wasn't stupid. Like I understood. My mother said, "Do this, and that, the third." All right, bet. I'm gonna let somebody else fuck up and see how that outcome is before I do it another way and not get caught.
Well, you one of those types.
I'm the
I'm gonna
youngest.
watch you do
I'm
this.
the youngest, so I watched everybody else fuck up, and I decided not to fuck up like them.
I
I
mean, brother,
am.
she is a
Well,
Capricorn. We sit back and observe.
yeah, we
Yep.
analyze this.
Yeah, we sit back and
Yep.
observe, and we watch the dumb shit that other people do and don't repeat the behavior.
Yep. We love watching the
Absolutely.
world burn.
That ain't what Aries do.
I'm
You
I'm the only child, but I'm the oldest,
never,
the second oldest grandchild. And I just still watch them do stupid shit. All right, I know not to do that, and if so, don't do that way. Do it another way. But it wasn't on me for me to do nothing because my mother, she let me do. I'm not gonna say let me do whatever, but she trusted me to do whatever. She gave me rope. Here, what you gonna do with it is up to you. I chose not to hang
Mhm.
myself. I was just like, I like being outside my friends. Let me think this, dude. Do I really want to do this dumb shit? No, I'm gonna catch y'all later. I'm going on go. Where the fucking dryer sheets?
All right, that was random. But
Because I'm doing laundry in the middle and I'm doing it at my mother's house. And I'm like, where are the dryer sheets?
Where the goddamn dryer sheets?
I don't know. I
Right
don't
by
see them.
Brisket, so the dog can't smell.
please tell everybody where they need to be on Wednesday nights at 8:15.
Wednesday night, 8:15. Please come check out the Sophisticated Grizzly podcast, where we have switched up the format, everybody. This week we will be talking about football, entertainment, whether it be music or movies. As a matter of fact, I have a movie that I want a lot of people to watch, and I want us to be able to have a conversation about it out after the when we do the backstage conversation. And we're also going to be talking about fragrance as well, and taking care of yourself. So we're going to switch up the format on how we do things on the Grizzly, because it don't always have to be about bad relationships and heifers that want to eat your money out, eat you out of house and home, and want you to pay for their BBLs and LBLs and SBLs and stupid shit.
I'm
like
so
that.
happy.
These acronyms and letters. So we're going to talk about other things. We need to talk about something different. So we're switching up the format. So come check us out 8:15 this Wednesday. Sophisticated Grizzly on YouTube and on Facebook. Thanks, brother.
All right. Jay Nicole, they need to de-ashify themselves. What they going to do?
Pardon me, I'm in the basement doing laundry. So yes, come see me at j.amore.com. I'm sorry, j.amore on Instagram or jamore.com for all your luxurious body butter needs. I don't have a bottle right now. It's upstairs. But yes, I have body scrubs, body butters, shower gels, and we're adding something else to the whole little thing. And we will see if we can make it a whole little feel-good session. That's what we're gonna call it. I gotta find a name for it. But yes, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Come see me for all the luxurious body butter needs. Come de-ashify.
Mr. Vicissitude, Red Midnight. Talk about it.
So we got an upcoming issue of Red Midnight coming out, I believe, in a couple weeks. I gotta check my schedule. It's been busy. And then we do have a casting call that's going to start very soon on Thursday for the annual fall fashion issue for Vicissitude. So look out for that. And of course, we have the Midnight Disruption every Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. wherever you get your podcast.
All right.
I'm not auditioning for nothing.
Jay, if you don't shut your ass up with that.
See, look at Grace coming through. Look at Grace coming through with the J Amore people.
Thank
you, my
look
brother.
like that is not authentic. That is not authentic.
Of course. Kiana, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. My boy T was here. My boy Scott was here. We don't know where the hell Van is, but we'll find him eventually. But we'd like to thank you all for coming into the Grown Man Clique podcast with me, Scott T, my boy Mafe, my boy Van Gogh, and my boy Scott T. And all of the lovely cast of characters that join us every week. Please like, share, subscribe. It helps the channel to grow. We are just doing this because we love it. We're not doing this to make money, but if we do, we love the money too. Please.
I'm trying to make some money.
Please come in every
Goddamn
Monday
right.
and join us for an amazing conversation. And we also have some great, wild conversations too. I am getting ready to go on hiatus. I'm going to go marry my daughter off, but I will be joining you virtually, and B-Mate will be taking over the podcast. So I don't know what's going to be on the
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Birdman hands rubbing. Here we go.
Oh my God.
See, y'all, we're going to be Bible study next Monday. Leviticus 36. I don't know. I'm just lying.
Leviticus. So
I
what
was
I
going to
need,
say,
John, Grizz, please support him. So when I come in, I want to make sure that my boy is secure.
I'm be sitting right at the table.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Come on in.
right there.
Sheila, y'all niggas another week, okay?
It's gonna be dirty drawers and alcohol in my goddamn
It's
studio.
gonna be live.
Oh snap! We just need some hoes and hoe faxes to review. Oh crap! Here we go.
Those what you got to seal it. But guess
some
what?
whole
The
facts.
tub is gonna be shower over there.
Yep.
Yep. You know the shower.
I may have to buy. I may have to buy a new 3-piece suit for this.
We just can't show the shower. We can't turn it in here. Don't nobody tell Jerry. That's even my face. Okay, so I'm leaving it all in your hands. I will join you guys. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe. It'll make this channel go up. I know we've got something amazing here, so please let everybody know how amazing it is so we can make this thing keep going. Helen, Kiana, everybody who joined us in the Peanut Gallery, thank you so much. Shell, Sheila, and all the lovely people on stage. John, my boy Grizz, Jay Nicole, please, love you guys. And as we say at the end of every podcast, do good. Do really good. But if you're going to do bad, do really bad so that they know that you meant it. Peace.
Extremely bad.